Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Today I thought I would do an update video from my one-day $10,000 return video to talk a little bit about the explosive growth that is possible within the pharmaceutical and biotechnology sector. Basically biopharm, biotech stocks. As you guys know, I scored a very big win with a very small biotech pharmaceutical company called Portola, PTLA. The stock in one day was up 45, at one point almost 50%, and you can see up top there almost a $10,000 gain for the day. At one point it was about $10,600 before turning back a bit, but just under $10,000 over only one day of trading. And if we take into account some activity in that stock leading up to that FDA decision, up almost $13,000 over 1 week alone, 15.45%. As we scroll down to the stock itself, you can see here as well over the last year, up 147.33%. So very, very good growth with that very marked explosive growth here over one day, up almost 50%, over 50% at one point, before turning back here a bit. I think it was up 47% for one day. And the biotech industry is really conducive to this type of trading, basically over a few day period, going from, for example, $10 to $30. I've even seen stocks go from $10 to $80 in one day, because a lot of the performance of these stocks is dependent on drugs that the company is essentially developing, research and development within the pipeline. And the other big thing with these companies as well is they are very attractive targets for mergers and acquisitions, is what I want to talk about today. So not only do they uptick very, very quickly on FDA decisions, but they also are very prime targets for mergers and acquisitions. And there's a number of reasons for that really characterize these stocks apart from other types of companies in different sectors. So mergers and acquisitions, very, very popular within the biotech, biopharm arena. Essentially, a lot of the larger firms, larger pharmaceutical companies, for example, of note here, Pfizer, I have a few of these in my portfolio. Pfizer, PFE here, LLY, Eli Lilly and Company, ABBV, AbbVie. These are very, very large pharmaceutical companies. You can see here, market cap $115.6 billion. Eli Lilly and Company, market cap $92.56 billion. Pfizer, one of the largest pharmaceutical companies, market cap $203.92 billion. And then we come to Portola Pharmaceuticals, and you can see this is a very, very small company, $3.2 billion market cap currently. And before that 50% uptick, this was trading just under $2 billion for its market cap. So a lot smaller company. But one of the difficulties a lot of these larger companies have is research and development. As you guys can probably understand, it takes a tremendous amount of capital, resources, and dedication to develop new pharmaceuticals without any assurance that these will be approved by the FDA and the company can actually sell these and make a profit off of these particular new chemicals, new medicines, new pharmaceuticals. And the other big problem too is that most of these companies here rely on just one or two products for the most of their net income. So for example, Pfizer here, you can see here, although it is a $200 and some billion market cap company, Viagra at one point was accounting for almost 45% of its net revenue. One drug alone was accounting for, again, almost 40-50% of its net income, net revenue. And if you think about the fact that a lot of these pharmaceuticals, a lot of these proprietary drugs only have a lifespan about 10 to 12 years because of patents. After that, any company can essentially do biosimilars. They can essentially copy the molecule and then market the drug as the company's drug as a generic. Revenue goes way, way down. So companies have a very finite time that they can capitalize on a lot of these pharmaceuticals. So they're always looking for new drugs, changing the drug, and then trying to get FDA approval to be the only ones to sell that particular drug. So that's what makes mergers and acquisitions of these smaller firms so popular. So a lot of these smaller companies are doing a lot of research and development. They really don't have any products that they particularly are selling, so they're putting all their efforts into one or two different drugs, like Portola is. Portola has 3 different drugs that it is trying to develop. One just got passed, accounting for, again, this explosive growth here. but they also have a couple others in the pipeline. And the most important thing behind the development of these drugs is that these are really first of their class drugs. The particular blood clot medicine that just came out, there's really no competitor to this. So if the company is able to pass FDA scrutiny, which it did yesterday, or actually on Friday, the company is then able to start marketing and selling a drug, which again makes this a very prime target for acquisition and merger. So larger company doesn't have to do any of its own research and development without any guarantee that it can sell its drug. It can take a look at some of these smaller biotech companies, see that they've already passed the FDA process, and then essentially swoop in, purchase the company, whether it is through a mutual process or an aggressive takeover, a hostile takeover, which is a little bit more complicated beyond the scope of this discussion. But they can swoop in, get that product, and then start marketing that product because they have a very good infrastructure to do that. And also, smaller companies are at times willing to let other companies essentially buy them out because they don't have the resources to go ahead and ramp up production, marketing, start sales of the new particular pharmaceutical that they're selling. So it can be a win-win situation, but it can also be a hostile situation for smaller companies. And when these acquisitions and mergers happen, typically you'll see an equivalent jump on the stock price. So here, this was due to an FDA decision going in the particular company's favor. Again, being able to now sell a particular medicine that has no competitor, a huge advantage. A larger company like Pfizer will come in and buy Portola, knowing that now they have exclusive access to this particular drug. They essentially buy the patent, buy the rights to this drug, and then they can start ramping up production, and they'll have about a 10 to 12 year window where no other company can produce any drug like their particular molecule. So very, very explosive growth, not only with FDA decisions, but with mergers and acquisitions as well. And I believe for Portola here, one of its other breakthrough drugs that is not currently on the market is another type of blood clotting medicine. It's actually medicine that reverses some of the other large and very, very profitable blood thinning medicines. Again, it'll be the first of its class. And a company like Pfizer, I believe Pfizer and Merck have already given Portola an advancement to help develop the drug to get it through the FDA process. So again, if that other drug is approved, I can see the price of the stock getting well over $100. And then if there's a merger, I'd say probably $120 to $130 for the price of the stock. Which comes to another matter a lot of you guys have been asking. Am I going to sell off Portola? And I don't think I'm going to sell off Portola. I think the drug that just got passed through the FDA process is a very good drug and has no competitors. But the other drug that Portola is currently developing is an even more influential drug. It really would have about twice the revenue of the drug that just got passed. So if you consider that the price of the stock jumped by at 50%, 46% currently, with the smaller drug, the smaller revenue potential drug, and the larger drug is still up for FDA approval. If that drug passes, I really see this stock breaching $100 and breaching $120, $130 with an acquisition from maybe a Pfizer, Eli Lilly and Company, and AbbVie Incorporated. I really see that happening. So, yeah, just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about biotech stocks, biopharma stocks, the explosive growth that is possible, not only with the FDA process getting new drugs approved, with the 10 to 12 year FDA or patent restriction from any other company selling a biosimilar or generic drug, and then also the merger process, larger companies knowing that now that drug that has passed FDA muster, has passed the FDA process, that drug is now able to be sold. They don't really have to put any money into the development research of that particular drug. They just simply have to come in, take over the company, and then they can start ramping up production, which a lot of the smaller companies don't have, and then start getting the sales force and marketing in place to make the drug very, very successful, which again, a lot of the smaller companies don't have. So yeah, mergers and acquisitions, another very good way for explosive growth within the biotech, biopharm industry. I'm going to be taking a look at some other technology stocks as well, with regards to biotech stocks, also some other pharmaceutical stocks. But for right now, I think Portola is going to remain my biopharma speculative play. I still think it's got a lot of growth left with its other drugs still in the FDA process, as well as a potential target for acquisition. I think there's a lot of potential in this drug. I think it could easily jump another 50% within the next year or so. I think it's going to be a little bit longer, probably 12 to 14 months before that happens. But again, this was one of the first stocks I bought with my Robinhood portfolio. It did trend down a bit, went ahead and bought a bunch of shares. It took quite some time. Wasn't sure if this day was going to happen with the big uptick here, but it did happen. So I think sticking to the information I know and the research that I've done about this stock, I'm going to hold steady, hold through. This might trend back here 10, 20%, but I think over the long term, this really has another 50, 60, maybe even up to 100, 110% return left in it. So let me know what you guys think about Portola. If there's any other good biopharm, biotech stocks out there that you guys are taking a look at, always interested to see exactly what you guys are doing with your portfolio. And yeah, not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end the video here. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate all your guys' support. I've been having a lot of fun putting out these videos, been learning a ton with all your ideas on videos. So if you guys have any good video ideas or questions, let me know. Always looking for new things to read up on and put videos out about. And again, if there's anything I said incorrectly or if you'd like to add to the discussion, please leave it in the comment threads below. I'll do my best to try to address those in the quickest way as I can. And if you guys haven't signed up for the Amazon gift card giveaway, do that as well. There will be a link in the description below. Simply put Robinhood 10,000, be a subscriber. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing hopefully a live giveaway video, going through randomly selecting an account from the comment threads. Again, you have to be a subscriber. You have to put Robinhood 10,000 in the comment threads. Please just put one comment, and we'll kind of take a look and see who wins, and we'll give out some gift cards. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully I can get the live streaming service up and running on YouTube here to do this live to make it a very, very cool experience. So yeah, kind of with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time.